Did the independence of Singapore change anything inside the naval base? You were at the time in the finance department still, right?
Yes, yes, in 65, yes. No, not much. No change, actually. We were still enjoying under the way of the British administration until 1968, when the dockyard became a commercialized shipyard in 1968.
Did the British announcement, right, that they're going to pull out faster, and later on the dockyard commercialized into a shipyard, as you said, Sembawang shipyard, did that surprise you?
Yes, we were wondering how can we actually attend to the commercial vessels, because all our workforce was exposed to all military naval vessels, the destroyers, the frigates, the aircraft carriers and supply ships. I don't think any of them have seen those commercial vessels, even fishing vessels coming into port those days. So in a way, the managing agents, Swan Hunter Group, has actually very capably able to turn the workforce from those background into commercial thinking. That, when you have a commercial vessel coming, you are looking at turnaround time. You have to finish the work and return it to the owners, so we can, for the space, we can bring in more vessels and things like that. So that was a big lesson for a lot of us to learn.
Just for context, Singapore government was not confident that about running the Sembawang shipyard, so they had this British firm, right, marine firm called Swan and Hunter, to come in and manage the shipyard for a few years.
Yes.
Tell us, Peew, what are the differences in terms of naval work and commercial work?
Like I said, as I see how the work habit was, attending to naval crafts, I don't think there was a sense of urgency in the sense. It's like, you're there to do that part of the work, you just do it and get it done with. Just like about no deadline, and quite unlike a commercial vessel, like I said, they need turnaround. They want to come in and get whatever need done, fitted, fixed, and then off they go. So that was the, I think, major difference. Guys will have to look at what they call, the ship, some list, they call it a repair list, that the owners or the managers of the ship has in place for the shipyard, who's awarded the contract to look at. So they have to go through the whole job list and then do it according to the time that's given us to turn the ship around.
So am I right to say the work is more or less the same, but the pace of the work, the volume of the work, very different?
Oh yes, I can say that, yeah. Not as laid back. Those days were a little laid back.
Well, I have 2-hour lunch. Is that possible?
Well, you still have an hour's lunch break. We always have. Even when the shipyard was incorporated, the Employment Act allows us 1 hour lunch break. So we still have that is 1 hour spent. Of course, it's unpaid. So we have 8 hours work from 8 to 5 instead of 8:30 to 4. So yeah, longer working hours.
Yeah, we're going to do a deep dive into this change. Yeah. So maybe just to look at the bigger context a little bit. So when the British left, the government acted very quickly to take over the real estate, including the naval base, the staff quarters, and of course that dockyard, the naval dockyard that used to service the naval ships.
Yes.
That would now, they decided to make it into a business, a project,
Yes.
right? run by Swan Hunter. And that meant a big change for the people who worked there. So tell us, Pew, your father, was he still working in the dockyard at the time?
Yes, very much so. He was working right through until he was told when he was 55 in 1969 that he's due for retirement. He came back home and tell me, son, I'm retiring. I said, you retiring for what? He said, I'm 55. I'm retiring. So I said, what then? He said, oh, the company has offered us retirees year to year, subject to health, to continue if we like. So he continued as fit as he was to be able to work. He continued to work.
69, the shipyard was already commercialized, right?
Yeah, 68. 1st December, actually.
Yeah, correct.
1st December 1968, it was commercialized and called Sembawang Shipyard Private Limited.
So did he continue? So he continued with the shipyard. Okay.
Yeah, they were offered employment and continue. We were also, when we were in the docker, we went through a selection, an interview process to be selected over to continue our employment. Those who opt to continue with shipyard submit the application and get interviewed and recommended by the bosses. So that's how we got our continued work in the shipyard.
Actually, I'm very interested, Pew, in what you just said just now. A lot of during the British pullout, a lot of the clerical workers, right, they had to go undergo retraining under the BEC, the Basis Economic Conversion Department. Was that also something that you encountered?
Yes, we were told that those retraining schemes and programs were available to any one of us. And I think we have a few friends who opted to attend those retraining. And yeah, but one of them at least went and then he came back to continue with his clerical duties. In fact, he told me he went for a course on tracing, technical drawing tracing. He wants to be a tracer. He's an artist himself, so he thought it was easy. And I don't know why he didn't pick it up after that.
Yeah, I think we should emphasize that retraining was very tough, right?
Because, we were not really, we didn't have the mindset at the time, the urgency and the need for all those things. Maybe our mind was still very untrained in a way of the economic complexities and things like that, and also how it might affect the country nationally with a situation when you have a vacuum suddenly, of the British leaving 10,000 people unemployed, not counting the army, not counting the Air Force, and the indirect employees like those AMAs.
Yeah.
So that would be a huge vacuum of unemployment. So we didn't see all that enormity at one go. We're just taking it day by day and say, if there's a job, we continue to work and things like that. We'll try and thrive on.
I mean, I would imagine the older you are, right, the harder it will be to retrain.
Oh yes, because of the mindset.
I mean, if you have been working as a clerk for 30 years, how do you retrain?
Yes.
Yeah. Did your father was he continued as
the same
fitter,
trade? No,
right?
yeah.
So not a problem for him, right?
Yes.
Do you know anyone? Yeah, inside the finance department, right, who were older and had to be retrained?
No, not that I know, but I know of some friends who are from another department. Like there was one late friend who used to be working for the equivalent to the public works here, the civil works. And then he was retrained to be a welder. So it's totally from masonry to welding, and this is commercial welding. So it was totally, I don't know how he managed it, but he he made it good.
He did
He
it.
became a lead man in the team later on. We call it a chargeman. He became a chargeman,
Right, right.
and yeah, he did good.